Some Zoomer Nats' first super chat. My favorite part of the Killstream debate was when Styx asks his fellow atheist James about his religion, and he got all uncomfortable. You can't represent the America First movement if you aren't Christian, buddy. Just like what that super chat said when Ralph read it. Well, I didn't watch the debate, so I didn't catch that. But I mean, he can't represent the America First movement because he's not America First. He's a Wignat, so. You know, he's not a conservative. He doesn't describe himself as one. He's not a Christian. I don't even know that he likes or wants to preserve America. The guy is a so-called third positionist, which is National Socialism. And that is not America First. That is not a conservative ideology. That is a revolutionary progressive ideology. So, yeah, so there's a lot of reasons why he can't be America First. And I knew that he wasn't a Christian. He's never been a Christian. He's a total hedonist, degenerate, and he knows that. So, yeah, I agree. And you can't be America First if you're not Christian, because our entire worldview is rooted in Christianity. You have to understand that the root of the modern world's problems is that we've gone away from God. And I know a lot of non-Christians don't like to hear that, but it's totally true. The root of all of this is materialism. Materialism, philosophical materialism, which says that everything that there is matter. Everything is matter. Everything is atoms. And what are the consequences of that philosophical worldview? That everything is matter, that everything is atoms, and there's no spiritual, right? There's no soul, there's no God, there are no angels, there are no demons. What does that say about the world? It says that there's no morality, that there's no consequences. There's no inherent meaning to life. That's what that means. And tell me I'm wrong. If we're all matter, and all I am is stardust, and all my brain amounts to are chemical reactions and electrical signals, then why would it be wrong for genocide to occur? If everything is matter, that means there's almost no distinction between living and non-living things. Everything is matter. There's just matter that is like a wet computer, and there's matter that is more complex. So what would be inherently wrong with murder? What would be inherently wrong with theft? What would be inherently wrong with anything? And what would be the inherent meaning of anything if all that we are is matter? What would be the meaning of a flag or a nation or a history or a people or your relationships? Nothing. As far as you know, nothing is even real. You're just a brain, and we're on just sort of this absurd plane of existence and waiting to die. So I guess what we're going to do is maximize our comfort and minimize our discomfort. I mean, this is the conclusion. This is the natural and inescapable nihilistic conclusion of materialism. So our worldview is rooted in, at the very least, a belief in God, but more broadly, a belief in Christianity. It's the only way. It's the only way. Leftism, progressivism, all these ideologies are rooted in this abandonment of God. And you can't even have things like tradition. You've got like traditionalists and, even like pagans. It's not even just in the God itself, but belief in God, belief that God is real. Because there are people out there that say, oh, well, I'm a pagan because a pagan God is strong and a pagan God is our tribal God. But they don't believe in those gods. They don't believe those gods are real. And therefore, it's no different than being an atheist. Because that is like having a hero. My hero is Donald Trump. He's not my God. My hero is in their case, their hero is Iron Man or Captain America. Okay, but that does not create a system of morality, one that you're bound to, and one that has consequences for your life. So it's true. You can't be America First. You can't be a nationalist. You can't be a conservative. You can't be right-wing. As far as I'm concerned, it is not coherent. It is not logical to be any of those things if you are not religious. So yeah. But we know. But James is not a deep thinker. James does not think about God. And you could tell. He does not think about God. He does not think about religion. He is concerned with sex. He is concerned with having a good time. He's concerned with material things. And somebody like that, you really are never going to get that depth. You're not going to get the depth that you need to reform a nation with somebody who doesn't think about these matters. And not that I'm like the smartest, deepest thinker ever. I'm not. But if you're not thinking about those things, you're not going to have a worldview that is coherent. You're not going to have a worldview that can challenge create a viable challenger to the status quo if you're not thinking it through on that level. Just to say, oh, well, immigration bad, Israel bad. I mean, this is not a worldview. This is not, sorry, but that's not enough.